The Indian women's cricket team is at Dhaka, Bangladesh, ahead of a T20I series against the Bangladesh women's cricket team. And right before the series is about to start, Harmanpreet Kaur and the newly appointed interim women's head coach Nusheen Al-Khadir have briefed the press, and this is what they have to say. Of course, right at the beginning of the press conference, Harmanpreet Kaur was asked about the inaugural season of the Women's Premier League, which was highly successful in terms of everything. At every point in turn, the WPL has been widely successful. And this is what Harmanpreet Kaur had to say apart from the commercial success of the franchise league. Harmanpreet Kaur said WPL played a huge role for the domestic players. I'm happy with the way domestic players took up this opportunity and they did really well. She was also asked about the conditions and what it is that Harmanpreet Kaur, the captain, or the team in totality is expecting out of the conditions that are present in Bangladesh, since it is a venue that India is playing for the very first time, and it has been a very long time since the Indian women's cricket team has visited Bangladesh. This is what Harmanpreet Kaur said. In Asian conditions, we expect a turning track, but we're looking to get big totals. Hopefully, we'll be able to execute it on the field. She is showing some really good attitude here, and even the interim head coach Nusheen Al-Khadir has shown very positive attitude when it comes to the team. We will further talk about it. Unfortunately, a couple of questions that were asked were through the lens of men's cricket, and at this point she was asked a question where the journalist said something along the lines of that the Bangladesh men's cricket team expects a lot of crowd every time there's a game there, and the same can be expected for the women's team as well. Will you be able to play with a crowd that's if there is a big crowd, will you be able to play in those conditions? And Harmanpreet Kaur very positively replied that we are used to big crowds now, we enjoy it, but our focus is on cricket and on the things we can control. Nusheen Al-Khadir is the newly appointed interim head coach of the women's cricket team. Now remember, the Indian women's cricket team has been without a head coach for a very long time, although the new head coach will be announced very soon, and John Lewis, Tushar Arothe and Amol Muzumdar are among the top candidates for the role. And this is what Nusheen Al-Khadir said when she was asked about what India, if or whether India will be experimenting a lot with their squad, and if India will be bringing in new players since they are playing against a weaker team like Bangladesh. Nusheen said, for us every match is important and there's no such thing like experiment. We want to play our best side, the idea is to win. There's never any motivation or leverage with the fact that we are the best team in the continent. Continuing with the same approach, she said, we're looking at it very positively, and it has been a long time since the girls last played on Bangladesh soil. We played Bangladesh in the emerging Asia Cup, and cricket has grown a lot in the country. It sends signals to India to do well and not experiment. That is it for the video. This is what Nusheen and Harmanpreet had to say in the press conference ahead of the T20I tour. For me, I think it's a very positive approach from both the interim head coach as well as the captain. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Like, share and subscribe to Sports Today. Tap the bell icon.